Hey guys, it's Mr. Davis. In this video, we are going to talk about the Pythagorean Theorem, and we're going to solve a different type of triangle problem. I call it type number 2, but it's not a big deal. Here's the big hint for the day. You will want to write down your work. Do not just do this in the calculator. That's where you will be making mistakes. So make sure you write down your work, and it'll be nice and easy for you. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at this triangle before we actually solve it. So here I've got my two legs, and the leg here on the left is worth 10, and this leg at the bottom is the unknown value, it's x. Here's my hypotenuse. The hypotenuse has a value of 26. So this problem is slightly different from other things that we've done, but it's not crazy. Remember, we're still going to use that same idea of making squares out of the smaller sides of the triangle, and then they add together to equal a square for the bigger side. So again, the area of the small squares adds up to the big square. This time, though, we're going to write it directly out. Leg as a square plus leg as a square equals the hypotenuse as a square. And then we're just going to substitute in the values that we have. Well, here I can see my x is one of my legs. It's not the hypotenuse in this type of problem. So I've got x as a square. The 10 is a leg, so plus 10 as a square. And the 26 is my hypotenuse, equals 26 as a square. Now this type of problem is going to give me an equation that I need to solve. It's not quite as fast as the other way of doing it, but it is what we need to do for the problem. So I'm going to get x as a square plus 10 as a square. Let's see, 10 times 10 is 100 equals 26 as a square. 26 times 26 is 676. From this point right here, this problem should be a cakewalk. This is something you should be able to do in your sleep. The hard stuff is just setting it up. Let's walk through the problem. Let's see. What do I get rid of first? Power of 2 or plus 100? I'm going to get rid of plus 100 by subtracting 100 from both sides. That gives me x to the power of 2 equals 576. So the opposite of power is a root, so I'll take the root on both sides. In particular with the second root, that's going to go away, and I get x equals the second root of 576. So on my calculator, I'm going to hit Control Divide, and hit 2, arrow to the right, 576, and I get 24. So here, and because it's a second root that I took, I actually am not just going to get 24, I'm going to get positive and negative 24, right? So x is plus or minus 24, but I'm only going to use that positive version, so x equals 24 is the answer. I can check that, by the way, by doing 10 squared plus 24 squared, and see if I get 26 squared, which I do. Cool, let's keep going. Here we go. Once again, I can see that my x is a leg in this problem. So when I use my formula, I get leg to the power of 2 plus leg to the power of 2 equals the hypotenuse to the power of 2. And my x is a leg. So x to the power of 2 plus 3 to the power of 2 equals 5 to the power of 2. Remember, 5 is the hypotenuse. From here, I just simplify. X to the power of 2 plus, 3 times 3 is 9, equals 5 to the power of 2. 5 to the power of 2 is 5 times 5, or 25. And then I solve, which is more simple. Power of 2 or plus 9? Definitely plus 9, so I'll subtract 9 from both sides. X to the power of 2 equals 16. Get rid of the power by taking the root, so the second root of both sides gives me x equals plus or minus 4. I got plus or minus because that is an even power. But because we're looking at a length, it doesn't make sense to have my negative answer, so I'm only going to keep my positive answer, and x equals 4 is the answer. Cool, next problem. Why don't you try this one on your own and hit play when you're ready to check your answer. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Leg as a square plus leg as a square equals hypotenuse as a square. My x is a leg, so x is a square plus 18 as a square equals 82 as a square. From there, the problem is pretty simple. I just got to do 18 as a square. Let's see. 18 as a square. 18 times 18 is 324 equals 82 as a square, which is 6,724. Let's see. I'm going to subtract 324 from both sides. Gives me x to the power of 2 equals 6,400. Take the second root on both sides. Those go away. X equals plus or minus. Let's see, the second root of 6,400 is 80. X equals 80 is the answer. Alright guys, let's have you try this one. Hit play when you're done to check your answer. Alright, here we go. So I still got leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. And I really prefer putting my x as that first leg. When x is a leg, I'd like to list it first, so that's what I'm going to do. So I get x to the power of 2 plus 24 to the power of 2 equals 30 to the power of 2. That's it. That's the hard stuff. I mean, if you could set it up correctly, the rest of the problem is fairly simple. X to the power of 2 plus 24 times 24 is 576 equals 30 to the power of 2, which is 900. From there, I subtract 576 from both sides, and I get x to the power of 2 equals, let's see, 900 minus 576, 324. I can take the root on both sides. And when I take that second root, I get x equals plus or minus 18. Plus or minus 18. And of course, the only answer that matters to me here is that positive answer. So x equals 18, and I'm done. Okay guys, try this problem. And when you're done, hit play to check your answer. Let's go through it. Leg as a square plus leg as a square equals hypotenuse as a square. That x is a leg. X is a square plus 24 as a square equals 25 as a square. X is a square plus, let's see, 24 as a square is 576 equals 25 as a square is 625. Subtract 576 from both sides. X to the power of 2 equals 49. Take the second root on both sides, and x equals 7. All right, last one. Can you find the value of x here? Once again, leg to the power of 2 plus leg to the power of 2 equals the hypotenuse to the power of 2. I like to put x as the first leg whenever x is a leg. So x to the power of 2 plus 15 to the power of 2 equals 25 to the power of 2. X to the power of 2 plus 225 equals 625. Subtract 225 from both sides. X to the power of 2 equals 400. Take the second root on both sides. X equals plus or minus 20. And of course, in this problem, I'm only going to keep a positive answer. X equals 20. Hopefully this clicked for you and it wasn't that crazy. Go ahead and try a few extra problems if you got them. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.